Hey, Trail Kreitzer at goHUNT. Today is probably one of my very favorite days of every year. I look forward to it. This is Mathews launch day for their 2021 hunting bows, better than Christmas. And they just keep continuing to push the boundaries. They keep coming with brand new tech every year. This year is no exception. They have a brand new line of hunting bows. Today I'm just going to touch on one of them, which I've had the pleasure to hunt with this past fall. I've been shooting it for a couple of months. Actually took probably one of the best antelope bucks I've ever taken in my whole life. Getting ready to go to Arizona here in a month or so and chase late season bull elk, and I'm just super excited about this brand new bow from Mathews. I mean, I keep thinking, how are they going to, improve and change on their bows? And they continually do every year. They push that technology boundary. So I'm just going to run you through that. Also going to run you through some of the accessories that I've got on this bow, also produced by Mathews. They've done a phenomenal job of putting together a complete package of accessories as well as a hunting bow for any hunting need that you have. So I'm just going to grab this bow and run you through it real quick. So first and foremost, this is the brand new Mathews V3. So you can see there on the limbs, nice logo, the V3s. You have a 6-inch brace height and coming in at a smoking fast 342 feet per second. This bow is extremely quick, extremely quiet. So the brand new V3 is available in two different axle-to-axle lengths. For 2021, Mathews will have two bows, the V3 27 and the V3 31. The 31 inch is going to be obviously 31 inches axle to axle. You get 27 inches axle to axle on the V3 27. If you look at this bow, one of the things that you'll notice right off the bat is the long riser. So it's got an extremely long riser. It's got a new extended bridge riser is what they're calling it. So you've got some new cutouts within this aluminum riser. It's also bridged slightly differently in comparison to the VXR. But what they've done overall is they've cut down the weight of the riser, or they also increased the strength where they really needed it. You can see there's some difference in the upper portions of the riser compared to the VXR from last year. You can see that these limbs are more preloaded, so they're really bent back over. Because of that, you're going to get a much more quiet, shock-free shot. So this V3 actually has the longest axle to axle to riser ratio of any bow they've ever produced. And why that's important is because you get an extremely stable platform. Anytime you've got that really long extended bridge riser, you get a bow that holds extremely well. That's also only 30 inches axle to axle. So if you're sitting in a tree stand, you're sitting in a ground blind, which is what I did to hunt antelope, this thing is a dream. I mean, it's a small package to sit within a confined space. It really works out nicely being that short axle to axle that holds extremely well with that long riser. So that's a great feature of this bow. So as I noted, you have these really preloaded limbs. You also have brand new limb cups. So this is a redesigned limb pocket, limb cup. It's going to cut down on weight. It's also going to improve the efficiency of this bow. It's going to cancel a lot of that vibration that goes through the riser. So this is extremely dead in the hand. Similar to last year's VXR, this bow has these switch weight cams available in different let-offs. So you can get this in an 80 or an 85% let-off. As I've said in the past, I prefer this 80% let-off. I love the fact that I can choose between those two. If I want maximum let-off or if I want a little bit more holding weight, which I like. I use that to kind of pull into that back wall. It gives me a little bit more stable platform, I feel like. So I really like that opportunity to choose between an 80 and an 85% let-off mod. You can also switch those mods out to get the draw weight that you want. So this is available in a 60, a 65, a 70, and a 75 pound draw weight. And then you can use those draw weight mods, kind of manipulate that up or down to get a really fine-tuned personal hold on this bow, which is something I really like. So I love these switch weight cams. I hope they stick with those for a long time. It'll be interesting to see if they come up with something new in the future, but for right now, I'm really loving these switch weight cams. All right, one of the other things that you're gonna notice about this V3 straight away, it's the first thing that I looked at when I pulled out of the box, is this cable guard system. So this center guard, cable guard system is different. You can see that it's got an angled position coming out of the riser. What they've done there is they've improved your ability to get a centered string, which is gonna improve your cam timing. Having set this bow up, I can attest to that. I mean, cam timing has been a breeze to deal with. Set up almost straight out of the box. Within 3 or 4 arrows, I was shooting bullet holes through this bow. Extremely easy bow to tune, and the cam timing was spot on. So whatever they did to try to achieve that with this new center guard, man, they nailed it. It's super easy to deal with your cam timing on this bow. One of the other new things that you'll notice about this bow is this new 740 nano harmonic dampener. You can see how that sticks out similar to the VXR from last year. It's got an extended position from the riser. Just helps in canceling a bunch of vibration. I thought the VXR was dead in the hand. It is. I can tell you that this V3 is also completely dead in the hand. Very, very quiet bow. A couple other features that this bow I'd like to touch on. You've got the new bushings that the VXR had last year, which is going to improve your connection. It's going to strengthen that connection between your riser and your stabilizer bar. So if that's you running a front bar and a back bar, it's going to improve that connection. I've had no issues whatsoever with the stabilizers. You can see here I'm running quite a bit of weight, so 4 ounces up front on a 15-inch bar, 10 ounces out the back on a 10-inch bar. I've had no issues with those moving at all. So as I mentioned, I've had a couple of months with this brand new bow. Took it antelope hunting, took it elk hunting, and like I said, I'm getting ready to take it on another elk hunt here in a couple weeks down to southern Arizona on a late season elk hunt. My first impressions of this bow when I pulled it out of the box is just I think it's a really good looking bow. So personally, I think it's really attractive bow. You have the option of different finishes. So once again, they've got the ambush green, they've got a stone gray, a black, they've got some new camos, one from First Light and also a new camo from Under Armour. Haven't seen either of those in person, but they look really nice. I was able to order this bow, you know, with my custom flow orange strings, zebra strings, and the Sitka subalpine limbs. So you've got all kinds of ability there to customize your own bow. And like I said, my first impressions when I pulled it out of the box, I just thought it was a really attractive, you know, neat looking bow. The overall length of this bow, it's pretty similar to the VXR. You know, it's within 1.5 inches of the bow that I hunted with last year. I didn't feel like I had any loss whatsoever in the way those bows held. So the VXR I thought was one of the best hunting bows that I've had in a long time, even being 30.5 inches, and I've never liked bows that were that short. This bow I thought held as well as the VXR in an even more compact package. At 30-inch draw, I did feel like the string angle was ever so slightly more steep. My VXR, which is to be expected because it is shorter. I didn't find it annoying at all. I was still able to find my 3 points of anchor. Didn't have any issues whatsoever setting this bow up and shooting it right out of the box. So this bow does have the top hat system, which I've talked about in the past, where you can shim those cams one way or the other. If you need to clean up a tune, whether that's a left hair or right hair, you can shim those cams very easily. This bow was really easy to tune. Didn't have any issues tuning it. You know, both paper tuning and bare shaft tuning. I've shot a variety of broadheads through this bow, including fixed blades, so the QADs, which I'm a big fan of, which is a big full blade head, you know, no venting whatsoever. And I had really good results from shooting those broadheads through this bow. I've shot some mechanicals through it. Again, no issues, great flight out to 80. You know, I've even pushed it out to 100 yards and had great flight out of this bow. A couple of features that will come over from last year's bow that you guys are gonna see is the engage grip on this bow. That's right there. You can use that grip on this bow or you can remove it as I've done and shot it off the riser. They also have the ability to add some side plates, which are really nice. And I love the fact that Mathews continues to give you the option to either use the engage grip, which is nice, or shoot off the riser. It's got a really nice feel. Another holdover from last year's VXR is the integrated dovetail mount for your rest, located here in the back of the riser. That is a very nice system that they've integrated into the riser that is compatible with this QAD Mathews drop away rest. You also have the ability to use this SCS, so that's the Silent Connect system. I'm going to touch more on that with some of the other accessories in another video here in a few minutes, but you can see that's a holdover from last year's bow, which I thought was an excellent addition to the overall package of Mathews hunting bows in 2020 going into 2021. So once again, this is the Mathews V3. It's the brand new hunting bow for 2021. I'm super excited about this bow. As I said, this is probably my favorite day of the year. I look forward to it. That release date of all the brand new Mathews hunting bows. If you guys have any questions about the V3 or any of the new bows that are being released today from Mathews, please drop us a comment below. I'd be happy to answer those questions. If you want my overall impressions or any kind of questions that you've got, drop those below. Once again, we'd love it if you liked and subscribed to our channel. Brand new Mathews V3. You guys check your local dealers and shoot this thing. You're gonna love it.